Hello everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm back with another Fake Grand Order video, and would you look at the time? Today is the 31st, which means tomorrow's February! So it's that time of the month where we get to talk about what's coming up for the next month of FGO NA. With going through what's likely going to be the events and banners, mostly banners, in February. So that's going to be today's video. I hope you like it. If you do, or if it finds it helpful, you can always leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel. And let's get right into it now. If you don't know, I explain this every video, but the NA version of the game is 2 years behind on the JP version of the game, so it allows us to be able to see into the future. Our 2025 was their 2023, so that's how I'm able to look at the stuff that I'm about to show you right now. The thing is that it's not always one-to-one. As you can see here, for them, late February was what is going to be our early February. So I'm going to have to look a little bit ahead into March to kind of explain it a little bit more. But yeah, keep that in mind. So the first thing, it's obvious. For us, it's going to be the first event is going to be Valentine's Day 2023, or Valentine's Day 2025 as we'll call it. Which will feature the event featuring Miss Joanna, the Pope Joan. I already did a video talking about the event itself, so you'll feel free to watch that if you want to hear more in depth. But some of the things you need to know is that this is a Valentine's Day event. You get a bunch of chocolates from women and a bunch of fun toys, return gifts from men, based off of Japanese Valentine's Day, where there is a white day, and then there's Valentine's Day, and then there's White Day, where all the women who gave chocolate during Valentine's Day get a return gift, which I always feel like that feels like they're getting the better deal, but I think, actually, I don't know. It does seem like kind of annoying for a dude to try and think about what would be the... Anyway, before I get lost in the sauce of this, point is, you'll be able to get CEs. They're always fully voiced. There's two exceptions for this year. Oberon's Valentine CE, if you want to get it, you have to clear Avalon Lefay. And for Pope Joan, who is the brand new unit, you have to actually clear the event main quest 7 to receive her Valentine's Day CE. So, there you go. There was going to be a bunch of banners related to it. Obviously the main one being with Pope Joan. There'll be one with servant rate-ups for all the following servants. Quetzalcoatl, Queen Maeve, Galatea, Orion, I was going to say Artemis, it's the same thing. Nightingale, Songzong, Artoria Lancer, or Saber Lancer as I like to say her name. Satonia, Tamamo, Hime, Ahsoka Behime, Anastasia, Janako, Europa, Daiscuri, Jean, Altera, Bradamante, Sherazade, Drake, Jack, Mordred, or Mo, as I was trying to say before I said Mordred, Vrecha, which I've just completely messed that name up badly, regular ass Saber, and Nido Chris Alter. So if you missed her banner when she got released early, she has another banner already. And yeah, they should follow with Pope Joan being the first one. Then a week later, it will be Quetz and Maeve, and then follow through. You really probably shouldn't be summoning on these unless you have an extremely healthy relationship with any of these characters and that you love them so much that you would blatantly disregard the fact that Draco is coming up pretty soon, like me with Quetz, for example. But yeah, for the most part, they're pretty easy to skip. I'll talk about the units themselves a little bit more when it comes time for them to release. And who knows, they might throw in a unit unexpected, or they might change something. You never know with the NA team sometimes. And then the other banner that's related to this is the one that features all the old Valentine's units, which is Bazette, Karen, Mysterious Heroine Exalter, Semiramis, Murasaka Shikabu, Shay Shonagon, and Bride Nero. Which each one of them, starting with Bazette, Karen, kind of going down the list as we get to the oldest ones. Each one featuring their years as Valentine's Day gift CEs, not Valentine's Day gift CEs. The Valentine's Day limited CEs, which all have some pretty nice art on it and a lot of good redrop old Valentine's Day CEs if you want them for that reason. And this really good Quetz one. Really nice. 3 stars, but 6 stars in my heart. But yeah, that's Valentine's Day, and that'll likely happen in early February. Obviously, we already have the 27 million downloads campaign. It started for us early. No reason to go over that. The 8th Fake Grand Order questionnaire is something we haven't received yet, but is likely to summon. We don't get the Winter Party, so I'm ignoring Winter Party. But yeah, the Fake Grand Order user questionnaire. This will be something that will let us have 4 tickets, and if we don't do this survey, then they will have something equivalent to give us free 4 tickets. because no matter what, they have to give us those 4 tickets in order for things to be square and solid between all versions of the game. And the questionnaire should be the simple, basic questionnaire. For the Japanese version of the game, obviously you had to fill it in Japanese, but you don't have to worry about that here. You just have to fill it in whatever language is your own. And damn, there's a lot of questions on here. I wonder how different it will be, because this is obviously 2 years in the past. Is Dokkan Battle on here? It has to be on here. Also celebrating their Disney's Twisted Wonderland is on here. One Piece Bounty Rush, shoutouts. Pokemon Go. This is even before Top Pocket came out, obviously. So much PUBG Online. Anyway, we'll see when that survey comes our way, and you should do it for 4 tickets. I'll probably have a video actually taking the survey as a video, because that sounds like a fun thing to do. And plus, my actual job has to do a lot with questionnaires, so maybe it's nice to hear me talk about some stuff about questionnaires that we do it. But we'll see when we get there. But yeah, that's another thing happening here. As you can see, that's basically it for the JP version of the game, where it was like, yeah, it was Valentine's Day is 3 weeks long. There's banners for Valentine's Day. There's this 27 million downloads campaign that is already happening for us here. It's no longer in February. This questionnaire should be hopefully happening sometime early February, around the same time as Valentine's Day. They probably could have moved it up forward, to be honest with you. I'm surprised that they did it. Yeah, they have to find a way to give us these 4 tickets somehow, even if it's not taking the questionnaire. And yeah, so I'll take up the last thing that says here for February. Advanced Quest Part 14. We will once again probably introduce 3 Advanced Quests. One's for homunculus babies, one's for shells, and one's for Ash. And you should be doing these. Don't be like me and be super lazy and choose not to do them just because you're like, I'm saving it for the end. I know that these are kind of a slog, and all you get is a CE that makes it easier to grind it, but eventually for Anniversary, there is going to be a thing where it's like, we're giving you say quartz for passing these, so please do them. So make sure to keep on top of them rather than trying to do all of them at the last minute. And that's what it looks like for February in Japan. Now, obviously, we need more than that. There's going to be more than that, so we're going to look a little bit ahead of early March. I'm going to call Takatsuji's Industries the end of what could potentially be happening in February. The reason is, on the NA site that you can see here, for them, they have Takatsuji's Heavy Industries as happening early March. So that would assume up until the end of February. Right, you will know we're going to be near the end of February when they start talking about the Chaldea and Heavy Industry stuff. So, but anything before that, I think is probably fair game. So, we'll take a look at Chaldea's Boys Collection pre-release campaign, which will have a login bonus, where you can log in and get some silver apples and some silver foe of HP and attack, and 3 St. Quartz on the 7th day of logging in. A Da Vinci's Workshop update for rare prism shops, where you'll be able to get White Day Spectacles, one of the C's from there. You can trade in for one of those tickets for using 3 rare mana prisms, and I'm pretty sure it can only be used by players who have not used this in the past. Players who have already exchanged a CE using this during the original run of the event will not be able to exchange. Makes sense, because they're all banner CEs and they're limited, so they don't want you to double dip on the man dudes. Don't double dip on your dudes, says FGO team. Buying this new item will allow the player to pick 1 CE from the same batches during the White Day Spectacles release, and then clearing Fuyuki is required before the player is allowed to exchange them. In the Mana Prism shop, you'll be able to buy the Buddy Ring Silver for 300 Mana Prisms. When attacking with the engraved cards, gain 1 critical star and increase buff removal resistance by 10% for 1 turn, which I'm pretty sure is a CE from the event previous. Dressmaking, the bespectacled costume dresses. All the costumes from that event will be available. Have not unlocked the following costume dress before and cleared Fuyuki. So, if you already have these unlocked, obviously you're not getting them. But if you didn't clear the event, this is how you get these. For Arjuna's Student Council President, you have to clear Lost Belt 4. For Mordred, you have to clear London. For Enkidu's, you have to clear Babylon. For Karna, you have to clear E Pluribus Unum, which is the American Lost Belt. Not Lost Belt, Singularity. My bad. Lost Belt 3 is for Nemo over here. Clear Babylonia for Merlin. Clear America Singularity again. This is with Arjuna Altar. And then for... I don't know why I blanked on Gawain's name like that. For Gawain, you have to clear Camelot. For Saito Hajime, you have to clear Solomon. For Medusa, you have to have cleared Fuyuki. for Parcelis? Yeah, something like that. London for Sanson, you have to have cleared Salem, and then finally for Nobukatsu, clear Solomon, and you'll be able to unlock his little nifty eyeglass things. And then dressmaking for Phantom Thief Shiro will be unlocked for free. You have to have cleared Solomon, and players who have already spent the rare mana prisms, once you beat Solomon, you'll get it back, so no problems. His trial quest will also unlock for free after you clear Solomon, and if you've already paid for it using a mana prism, a rare mana prisms, they'll give you it back and say, hey, here you go, thanks for buying it early, I guess. And that'll have like 3 fights, and it ends with you getting a ticket and 2 statues. Dressmaking White Rose unlocked for free. You can see here in this nifty outfit for Saber, Man Saber. Clear Solomon, and if you, similar to the other cases, if you unlocked it early, you get that rare mana prism after you beat Solomon. Same thing goes for his trial quest, where he'll tell you about, like, hey, let me tell you about this great story I'm building up. Surely the FGO team will figure out a way to incorporate it somewhere in here. Nope. You get a ticket from doing that. And that's it for Chaldea Boys Collection 2023 pre-release campaign, which will be 2025 pre-release campaign. And then in terms of a banner, there will be a White Day Memorial Summoning campaign, which will feature Arjuna Alter, Amakasa Shiro, Odysseus, James Moriarty, Man Saber Prototype, and Edmund Dantes, and also Waver, with obviously the main headliner being Arjuna Alter. He'll be there until from, it looks like, not a week, but like 5 days, and then that's the rate for everyone, is basically 5 days. Not bad, and looks like there'll also be the old Chaldea Boys Collection CEs for each year, which are all a lot of really nice art on them, but because there's a waifu, it's a waifu game, a lot of people ignore them, but I think these are neat CEs with a lot of cool art on them. It's a shame that it took so long for them to get a legitimate event. They should have been having events all along, but slowly but surely, am I right? So there you go, and I think that's very likely the end of... Yeah, I think this one would lock... Maybe they'll... Okay, I'll talk about this one just only because it's so close. The Chaldea Boys Collection for 2025, which will be the thing for this year, you'll be able to get the following. So there'll be a login bonus and voice lines. Takatsuji will show up with a different voice line, similar to how Arjuna Alter did last year, where Arjuna Alter showed up and said, hey, how's it going? And then gave you a ticket. Here you'll be doing the same, where he'll give you a ticket and 500k for a total of 7 tickets and 3,500,000 QP. And then on the very final day, he'll give you a Shamisen when used with the engraved card, plus 50% of star absorption and gain 2 crit stars when attacking. There'll be a limited My Room update, and then obviously you'll be able to exchange for one of the brand new Craft Essence Presents campaign. There'll be 9 of them in there, featuring all the new dudes, featuring I was gonna say a bunch of new dudes. I was trying to look at which dudes are on here. All I could really tell was, I think, some Shinsengumi boys, and that's basically it. I have to take a deeper look at this when it actually comes up. But yeah, there you go. Usually you always pick the 5-star on here, but if you're that loyal, that dedicated to your boy, pick the boy that speaks most to you. Though really you should be picking the 5-star limited CE. It is in fact a 5-star limited CE. And I think that's likely the last thing to happen in February. Like I said, it's a really funky year because we have to move a lot of stuff forward very quickly in order to meet the deadline, which is getting 8th anniversary, which was late as July for them, all the way to early July, because we have it during Anime Expo. So we have to have it at the beginning of July, not at the end. So everything you see here is coming way quicker than you expect. And for a lot of people, this month in particular is probably a pretty good chill month, especially if you're waiting for Draco. This is a big key thing, by the way. If you're waiting for Draco, she's here faster than you think she is. Because in Japan, she was here in April. But we've already said it's happening late March. So it's actually early April for the most part is when Draco's showing up. And if you were waiting for Tiamat, that means that she's also appearing in March. All things you have to kind of keep in mind when you're waiting for a lot of characters. Obviously, if you're waiting for Summer will happen sometime after this. But Mystic Snake Eyes event, that will be happening earlier. The Ilya Castle will happening in April, early June, all that stuff. The Durga, which is somewhere around, I think, June for them. Yeah. Paper Moon, which is the prologue. We already got the prologue for this Ordeal Call, but this Ordeal Call will release in between one of these months, probably in May, somewhere time in May, just so we can make room to it, because in June is when Mystic Eye Symphony is going to be happening. So everything that you think is happening is going to be happening later is actually happening way sooner, so you have to really tighten your belt if you're waiting for Draco and stuff like that. So for the most part, I think February is going to be just a very chill month for most people. Grind out Valentine's Day, catch up to Lost Belt 7, save as much Saint Quartz and tickets as possible. Summon on some people if you feel like it. Like, obviously, I'm going for Pope Joan, giving 3 multis, but I think I can't give any more than that, because I also legitimately forgot, like, hey, by the way, Tiamat's actually not... It's actually next month. The next month is actually Tiamat. Which is not as much time as I thought I had. I thought I had 2 months. I don't have 2 months. I have a month. That's way less time. So yeah, that's going to be the month for February. Feel free to leave anything if you think I forgot something to talk about or something that you feel was happening in February. I'm pretty positive it's going to be a lot of these, like, this month are going to be very weird, just because, like I said, everything's kind of out of whack. What with this being the beginning of March, and in Japan it was like in the middle. Yeah, it's going to be all funky. But anyway, that's the end of the video, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. This is literally probably one of the fastest of one of these videos that there's ever been. I'll hopefully be having a slight lull in work finally, so I can go back to recording some videos that I promised to finish in January and get them out there to help some newish people. I'll have missed an entire month, but it's okay. You guys have been very patient for it. And yeah, keep enjoying your day. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.